Hey, Justin here with Atlas BCKC. I wanted to do a quick video answering the question, how do I get people to my reviews page for Google, for Facebook, Yelp, etc.? What's an easy way that I can send people over there and start collecting more reviews, because that's the modern version of word of mouth. So the first way that you can do this, if you have a WordPress website, is a really cool plugin called PrettyLink. If you type that into the plugins, add new, the repository where it has all the different plugins, you'll see this Short Links by PrettyLinks, best WordPress link tracking plugin. Tons of installs on this, very highly rated, and they're constantly updating it, making sure that it works right. You'll click install now, it'll look like that, except I already have it installed. You're going to activate it, and then you'll get a new tab over here on the side called PrettyLinks. And if you go to that, what you're going to do is add a new link. And then the next step, you're going to pull up a new tab and you're going to type in maps. Let's start over. Maps, google.com. You're going to search for your business. Once you see that result, you're going to copy that URL at the top. It's going to be this long monster address here. And that's part of the reason it's so difficult to send people to this, is you don't want to send that in a text message, an email. It's just a monster. And yeah, you can tell them, well, just Google me and then put it in. But you got to make this really simple for people. You don't want to put any resistance, any barriers to them taking the steps. You want it to be like one click simple, that they can just click your link. So on the add pretty links, you're going to paste that address into the target URL. You're going to name it. So this is like youraddress.com/, and it just randomly creates characters at first, but we want to call this G review. So you do that, give it a title. This is our Google review link. Google review link. And you don't really need any notes for that. Pretty straightforward. Click create. Once it creates this, it'll actually track all the click-throughs, and it also determines if they were unique based on the IP address who clicked it. So if this gets shared, you're going to see more unique clicks, and what you're going to do is you're going to copy that, highlight that, press copy, and I would take that and I would go to, say, like your iCloud notes, or if you're on an Android, put it in there and save it to your phone. That way you can send an email, you can send a text, you can get it printed, you can write it out. If it's simple, your website address /G reviews, you can just take a pen or a marker and just put that on the back of your business card and hand that to somebody. Or you can have that featured on the back of your business cards. I think on, the place that does all the paper stationery, the business cards and all that, and they always have those ads. I think to add backside printing with black and white is ridiculously cheap, like just a few dollars. So you could have these links set up in PrettyLinks on your website if you have WordPress, and have that printed on the back of your cards so that people see that. Anything you can do to increase your reviews is really important. It's going to help when you're spending money on advertising, or if you're just growing organically through word of mouth. Now, what if you don't have a WordPress website? So the other way to do that is to take this address, and or if you're a service area business and you don't have a physical address, you won't show up this way, but you can use WhiteSpark's Google review link generator, and I'll have a link to that in the notes. So you could type in your business name, and mine doesn't show up, so I'm just going to show a smoothie place that's around here, Robex Fresh Juices. You click that, it shows up, it's selecting it, and then it gives you this shorter version of this long address. It's still not pretty. That's the whole point of the PrettyLinks. A Of course, I'm a big advocate of using WordPress for your websites, and there's so many really cool plugins that let you do stuff like this. The other option, the third option that's kind of similar to this, is taking this long address. You go to goo.gl, Google's link shortener, put in your original URL and click shorten, and it will show up with just a few characters afterwards. Now again, you don't have control over the last 4 letters like you would with pretty links, which is the biggest advantage in my opinion. I'm going to delete that because I don't need it. Oh, just hide. I forgot you can't delete them. So there's 3 different ways. 2 are just a shortening that's kind of ugly, and then if you have WordPress, this plugin called Pretty Links lets you make something that looks like that. yourwebsiteaddress.com/greview. And that's definitely my favorite way that I would recommend. All right, so thanks.